All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Tishane Glasper Neal, and I'm Zayden's mother.
Okay, and sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Antoine Cook and his father.
And representing the Attorney General.
Kavita Sharma for the state, Your Honor.
We have a suit for modification of child support order. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, Judge, we do. Parties agree that Mr. Cook will carry health insurance through his employer beginning June 1, and Ms. Glasper will carry the insurance that she currently has through her employer until the switchover in June.
Okay.
And parties agree to child support of $363 beginning May 1. That would be giving Mr. Cook credit for one additional child that he has that's not in this order.
Is that what is the issue?
The issue, Judge, is Mr. Cook is claiming that he had possession of the child for 9 months and he wants credit for that 9 months. Ms. Glasper is only willing to give him credit for 4 months that he had the child. There's a dispute of who really had possession of the child for whether it was 9 months or 4 months.
Well, this is a suit for modification of support order. This is not any kind of motion to confirm arrearage or enforcement or anything like that, is it?
Correct, Your Honor. The issue is that at the time we filed the modification, there was no tax support because Mr. Cook filed some affidavit that he had possession of the child. The payments went on hold. At that point, now there is an arrearage that we didn't file for. So the parties would have to do a trial amendment to agree on an amount of arrearage, but they're not agreeing to who had the child to get to that point.
Well, I mean, but right now there is no trial amendment. It's just a suit for modification of child support. It's not about any kind of arrearage or enforcement. Correct? I mean, I don't see any pleadings.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Well, how can we proceed on any kind of arrearage or even custody possession for arrearages? We can't proceed on that today, as far as I know, unless you know a reason why we can. You know, this is a strict suit for modification of child support order. It doesn't have anything to do with arrearages.
Correct, Your Honor. That is correct. And at the time we filed it, there was no arrearage. So the parties couldn't come to agreement. So I think they wanted you to hear testimony on who had the child and for how much, how many months. That way they can make a decision.
Well, you know, I can't help what they want me to hear. The only thing that's being pled for here is a modification, not any kind of arrearage or credit. I mean, you have to file another lawsuit to figure out what the arrearages are, if in fact you wanted to figure out what the arrearages are. If they're, I mean, you know, I can't give them any credit for any possession just on a suit for modification of child support order. If you have stipulations on the modification, I'm sorry. If you have
I understand, Judge.
If you have if you have a stipulation on the modification of child support order, that's the only thing that we can enter today. There's no other pleadings.
Okay.